Now it's time to break it.
Welcome back to the Split Screeners. I'm your host, Aaron, for the gaming episode with my friends Zachary.
What's up?
Gavin Campbell.
Hey.
Nick Lindblom.
Hola.
Today we're going to briefly discuss games, but before that, if you can please like, comment, and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we would.
Hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all our daily releases.
Sometimes twice a day.
Alright, that was brief.
And good fight, good night.
Good fight, good night.
All right. Anybody playing any games this week? What?
You ever watch Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh, yeah, that was a total ripoff.
Jesus.
Good fight, good night.
I was like,
Actually, I think I did watch one episode with you.
I played a handful of games, but what'd you play, Nick?
Play anything this week?
2K WWE.
WWE? Yeah.
Zach?
Madden. I kind of just dabbled more into the campaign of Halo Infinite, just passing the time.
Still bad?
Still enjoyable. I'm not saying masterpiece or epic, but
Or,
kind of
playable?
repetitive right now.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. Oh, well.
I've played some Minecraft. I have played some Green Hell. I've also played some more Valheim. And then
Let's hear about Masquerade.
And the big one I've been playing this week is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt, which is the Vampire the Masquerade set in that world battle royale. It's I haven't seen any more. I think it's 50 players max per the map. Even with that, it's pretty fast paced. You're usually finding action constantly, just not with another player. It's usually with the AI. There's modifiers that happen on each of the levels, and I've seen a couple different ones. There's ones that make it so the gas spreads faster, and there's one that makes every location like a high loot location, so everyone has a ton of legendaries. I've seen some that make you start off with some of your skills already unlocked, like your resonances, which is kind of like passives, and I've seen ones that get rid of the enemy, the NPC enemies called the Entity, which are like vampire hunters. There's also another one that gives you that adds NPC vampires into the mix, and it looks like they usually add about 20 when they do that, so you end up with 60 vampires. Mm-hmm. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. There's I wrote lots, and by lots I mean I wrote a page. So you got 5, 6. There's 7 classes. You have two Brujas. You have 2 Nosferatus, 2 of the Toreadors, and then 1, I don't remember the last one. But they have stone skin or something like that. That's their clan ability. For the Brujas, you have a Brute, which is kind of like a tank. All Brujas have the clan skill of a Soaring Leap, which is basically just a big jump. You can use it in midair, so it can be a double jump if you want it to be. You can use it to rapidly change directions. It's fairly versatile. The passive for the Brute is if you have under 50% HP, you regen up to that. And then it's class skill is an earthquake punch where you just slam into the ground. No, not that one. It's a skill called a punch. It's called Shockwave Punch, and you make a force push that just kind of shoves things out from behind. Sometimes from behind covers, because it depends how big the cover is. Because I've been hit through things that I don't think I should have been hit through with that ability, and at the same time I've dodged it when I definitely don't think I should have been able to dodge it. So it's fun. It has ability to deflect bullets, which is helpful. The next one is the Vandal, which is kind of a brawler one. Same clan skill. His passive is that you take, if you're near an enemy, in melee range, you take 25-30% less damage while you're in there. So it's kind of based on it's definitely focused on melee weapons. And then he's the one that jumps in the air and makes an earthquake. It's called Earth Shock. For the Nosferatu's, their clan skill is that they can turn invisible, and it's like a short little dash. It can be difficult to figure out where the hell they went. There's a couple weird counters for it. It's an alright skill, but the first one is the Saboteur, which is kind of like a trapper. He has like gas mines, which is a sewer bomb, is what it's called, and that's his class skill. He just lays them around. There is no limit to the amount you can spawn. I tested a little bit, not super intensively, but the most we've had out on time is about 13. They don't seem to despawn when you use it. All these, you should just be like, most often you don't need to conserve any of your skills. I haven't seen any of them that have a cooldown higher than 30 seconds. So they're all pretty quick, and then with the passive, the resonances, you can get that down from like 18 down to 9 seconds for both of them, so you can use them pretty often if you want to. And the Trapper has the passive that when it's crouched, it is semi-invisible. It is not very good invisibility. It does not work close range. I can very clearly see people that are crouched. Like, it makes them like kind of hazy, like old, like how Reptile's invisibility kind of worked when you like played against another player, so they could see where the hell their own character was, you know. Then they have the Prowler, which is like a tracker, which same invisibility. Their passive is that if there's a wounded enemy, they can track them, and then it has a bats. It sends out bats, and if something like an enemy goes to the bats, it like highlights them. That's all it does. I haven't played as them, so I can't say much of that. There's those two of those, and then for the Toreadors, the sexy vampires, we have the Siren, which is a kind of support one. I love the Siren. It's all I've really used. It's for their clan skill, they have a projection dash, which is kind of a dash / teleport thing. You send out like this projection of yourself. It goes out probably about 30 feet or so, and you can teleport to it. You get 10 seconds after you cast it, or after it hits its apex, to cast it again, and you teleport to that position. So it's very good if you're like getting chased. You can throw one down an alleyway and you just keep running while they're chasing you, and then just teleport back and then go the other direction. It's also good for pushing up. You know, if you just want to use it to get to another hillside. You keep your speed, kind of, but not your direction. So if you're going, like, it can really screw you up. Because, like, say you send it up into the air and you walked past it, like, ran past it, and, like, teleported back to it, you're going the direction the teleport is. So, say you're in front of it, you're going backwards and it's throwing you out facing the other direction. Which, if you're not expecting the sudden shift in your direction, will fuck you every time. His passive is you can't trigger a Bloodhunt, which is basically if you use your vampire power, shoot, injure, or feed on a human while another human can see. Like if someone to do that, he charms them. It's good for him and his allies. You can do whatever besides kill them, more or less, and you're good to go. And then the Siren's like class ability is called Blinding Beauty, because of course it is. You basically turn into a flash grenade. You start shining and you explode, and getting hit by it.
It's right out of Twilight.
It does, but like when you explode, it gives you this little range that you can see. It's like if they're inside of it, they'll get flashbangs, and it blinds them. And I thought like video game blind. No, it turns your whole ass screen white. And like you are blinded. You do not know what the hell's going on. It blurs out even like your health bar and everything. It's your whole screen just solid white.
That would piss me off.
Oh yeah, it's very frustrating. It doesn't last very long. It's like maybe 2, maybe 3 seconds. But those 2, maybe 3 seconds is enough for you to either disappear.
You're dead when you come back.
Either you're dead or you disappear. And I've been really enjoying them. I've mostly used that. I almost have maxed out like in game as that archetype, which is level 20. It's almost there. It's like halfway there. Level 19, halfway through level 19. And then the next one is Muse, which is a healer, which has a projection dash. The passive is that it's when you get downed, your cooldowns get immediately reset, and while you're down, you are still able to use your skills. They have the projection dash, and since with the customization, sometimes it can be a little hard to be like, is that a Muse? The good ones will either wait for you to turn your back and then teleport away, or it'll just try to teleport away immediately. It's very helpful. It's also very frustrating because I use mostly melee. Melee weapons give you vampirism, so you get HP back when you attack, and sometimes when I'm down somebody, I'm trying to just keep attacking them for the health to regen through the other enemy that's currently shooting at me. And then teleporting kind of fucks me immediately. But it's fun. And then their class skill is a heal. It's called Rejuvenating Voice. You sing or some shit. I don't know. I've only used them once or twice. The heal is very strong. Again, I haven't seen a single class skill, including this heal, that has has more than maybe. I think the highest I've seen is 18 seconds as a cooldown timer. It's very quick, very fast moving. Well, for the most part. But it heals you and your allies, and it works through, as long as you're in the circle, which is honestly a pretty big circle, you get healed. When I was playing with my buddies, I was able to heal my buddy that was fighting somebody near the edge of a building while I was on ground level, just channeling the heal at the bottom of the ground level. Huh. And it hit him and then myself. It gets interrupted if you take any damage. If you jump, you shoot, obviously it interrupts it. Full cooldown. So even if you just tap it and still got your full 18-second cooldown, unless you have the things that reduce the cooldown. It is nice, and it's channeled, so if you wanted to, as long as you didn't take any damage or do anything aggressive, you can just walk through, just constantly just have it pop. But overall, it's a lot of fun. And then there was one more class, which I can't remember what they're called. They're called the
Ventro.
Yeah. And it's called the Enforcer or something like that, and you can turn Stone Skin for a minute. For as long as you want. I can't tell either. I haven't played as them yet. I probably should. But it makes you immune to damage, as long as you don't take any aggressive actions. It includes jumping, using your class abilities, stuff like that. So, I haven't seen anyone last long enough. I think everyone just assumes that you have to just, it only lasts a certain amount of time. But I've had one that lasts, I think 10 seconds or so, where he just stood there and just let me whack at him, which wasn't doing anything because it was immune. But overall, it's pretty fun. I played the first night it came out. I played about 21 games. The first 12 were all solo matches. After about the 6th game, I started doing just melee only. The guns are fine. They feel fun. They're fine. They're fun. The melee is just really entertaining. There's only 5 melee weapons if you count your fists. You have your fists, you have a spiked baseball bat, a fire axe, a katana, and something called scourge blades, which are dual-wield blades. The katana and the scourge blades have their own skills associated with it. The katana can deflect bullets, and the scourge blades have a dash, a slashing dash. All of the weapons give you health back on hits, a percentage of the damage you do. So I find the scourge blades, you regen a lot faster because they attack a lot faster, but they do significantly less damage. And since I did just melee only, I've won 2 matches from that, and it's just really fun. Just stabbing people with a fire axe. This fire axe, if you have the melee damage all the way up to the passive, which is a 50% boost, the fire axe does 105 damage a swing, and the katana does 110 damage a swing. You have 200 health base with a maximum of 50 extra armor. So it's 2 hits immediately to kill anybody, 3 hits if they have armor, and you're healing while you're hitting them. And then when they go down, they have an additional 200 health. You also heal while you're hitting them on the ground. As long as you're dealing damage with the melee weapons, you heal. So you can heal pretty quickly, pretty fast if you do it that way. I think playing with friends is way more fun. That's how I won my first match. I tried to get you guys all up on.
I know. Stuff just kept popping up. I'm sorry.
I think you guys probably have fun with it. It's not anything super crazy. It's
worth a shot for a free game.
It is, and the wall running feels really nice. The vampire powers feel nice. Having it because it's set in Prague, and it's made pretty well from what I can tell. Prague, same difference.
Pragu.
Yeah, Pragu. As the Italians say, Pragu. But But
Do they say
it's fun.
Do they though?
Especially because like most of the like actual fights, so you don't get blood hunted, are taking place on the rooftops. So you hear like the gunshots and everything else. You're trying to figure that out, and then you have the ground level, which fights are still breaking out on the ground level as well. It adds like this complexity. I don't think like complexity and depth to the combat, where you can be fighting your own battle on the ground and then like try to go up to the rooftop to escape it, and there'll be an entirely different battle going on on the rooftops between like some snipers and everything else, and it's very fun. You can use that to your advantage. I have gotten people killed by shaking them off in the middle of a rooftop fight and just dropping back down to the street before they can see me. And sometimes it goes horribly wrong, and you pop up there and everyone immediately sees you as a threat and just focuses you down. They just stop what they're doing, look at you, you die, and then they go back to fighting. But it's fun, and the map, even though it's kind of a small map, and you wouldn't think that with only 50 players it'd get repetitive. I'm hoping to add another map, but with both like the alleyways and everything else, I'm still finding in the areas I usually like spawn in, that I usually try to go to, I'm still finding like different little ways to get around the area through alleyways, finding like stuff like that. In solo mode, you have respawns. You have one respawn. If you die, you can respawn. There are humans that you can eat. They give you the passive boosts, and then only in solo, as far as I can tell, because you only get the respawns in solo, like automatic respawns. So if you die, you just come back later. You don't get spawned in the storm, at least, which is nice. And you can drain a human. It's like a color, like a flavorless human, I guess you would say, because you get like trophies, and you get like these if you drink a certain blood. You get something called a sommelier. If you eat different types of humans, you eat all of them, and so say you die and you have 0 respawns, you can go and drink this human's blood. That gives you a respawn back in solo. So everyone's pretty aggressive. Like if you run into somebody, unless they're hurt, they're probably gonna fight you. Everyone's pretty aggressive. I don't think it's a bad thing, especially if you're using melee, because you can just beat the fuck out of people, and it's really funny beating the fuck out of people. Then the trios, you don't have the automatic respawns. Your teammates have to like manually respawn you. Where they respawn you is the funniest fucking thing to me, because I don't understand the lore behind it at all. Where do you think that you would respawn a vampire?
In a coffin.
Okay. What do you think? Where would you respawn in a battle royale vampire game?
In a castle somewhere.
Yeah. No. Weird fucking places. It doesn't matter. The first one I found made sense. It was like a crypt. Cool. Respawn them back. Each one can only be used once by like the whole map. The next one I found is just 2 trees in a park. Just in between 2 trees, because everyone knows vampires come from 2 trees. Mm-hmm. Another one is just a loft. Like you just look in and there's just 2 drunk people passed out on the floor. That's where you also respawn vampires. You also respawn vampires next to a boat. Didn't know that.
They love running water.
They love running. Love it.
Sleep at night. During the day.
Honestly, there's a lot like. I'm convinced that in this world that vampires, like, the trees are vampires, and that's why there's so many vampires. Because you constantly, like, get there, and there's, like, it'll just be, like, a circle of trees, and it's like, yeah, you bring back vampires right here in the middle of all these trees. Or my favorite one, nothing. It was just it was nothing. It was just grass on the ground. There was nothing else there. It was just some grass. Just a little bit of grass, and it's like, this is where vampires come from. Respawn here. Yeah, it's fun. I placed, on average, usually in the top 15, even though I was really trying.
Cheater. Tough guy.
Oh, I know. The first...
Hi, Tori! Everyone say hi.
Hi!
No. Pan camera, thank you.
No.
You're on camera.
No.
Let me get the TikTok view.
No. Please, God, I'm just trying to put my keys up.
TikTok,
No.
and we're live. Bye, Tori!
Bye.
No.
I will say at the first few days, it just got fixed yesterday on Saturday, the 31st. It was the battle pass and the challenges didn't work right. I don't know. It just managed to fix something. I don't know. But yeah, like for the first game, I died immediately, and then I got 2nd place, 13th place, 13th place, 2nd place, 13th place, 2nd place, 13th place, 2nd place, 13th place, 2nd place, and I thought maybe I was stuck in the Twilight Zone or Groundhog Day for a minute, and then, even when you don't do anything in the trios, anyways, usually pretty fun. There's, like I said, there's the melee weapons, there's the firearms that are pretty decent. And then, of course, your actual vampire powers. I honestly recommend it for a free game. It's pretty solid. The customization is laughably bad. I picked the sexy one, and then I realized how little options you really get, and so I was like, I'm just gonna make him look kind of goofy. So I kind of did that, and so I unlocked the first cosmetic I unlocked was this white jacket with roses up the arms, and on the back it just says "Sorry, not sorry." You are wearing no shirt underneath this jacket. You can wear this on anybody, mind you. It doesn't have to be a Torador. So I can be the Nosferatu, which look like ugly motherfuckers, and just be shirtless. It just says "Sorry, not sorry," and it's hilarious. It's such a bad. It looks bad. I think it looks awful. But a lot of people use it, so maybe I'm just wrong. It's cool. There's premium currency. The battle pass honestly looks like ass. I'm level 20. I might buy it if I hit level 100 in the battle pass. I don't think I'd buy it beforehand. Nothing was really wow, really hope I have that. The level 50, the battle pass level 50 reward is just this it's just like a police, a SWAT uniform with this piece of metal like this that kind of looks like a bat. And then the level 100 is the exact same costume, but in a trench coat, so you can't see anything else.
Nice.
And that's about it. And I kind of want it just to put on a Nosferatu, because it would look really fucking stupid on a Nosferatu. But, yeah, it's fun. It can be really technical if you want it to be technical. Or you can just kind of dick around and just start punching people, shooting people. With 200 health, I was worried about the time to kill would be a little bit excessive. It's not. I was like, the firefight, you don't feel like you're getting gypped. You don't usually feel like you're getting gypped unless you get focus fired. Mm-hmm. If you get focus fired by 3 people, you're probably going to die really quick. But,
doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping we
I'll
can
check it out.
They only have trios now. I think they're going to add duos. I think they alternate between trios and duos. I've only managed to play trios a couple times with an actual full pre-made team, and it is a lot more fun. It was also the first time I got a win. The first win I got, the second one I got was in solos. The only thing I had to say is that some of the skill challenges for the emblems and stuff is definitely bugged, because it's on my Twitch. Damn it, both of them. You have to win a game without using any ranged weapons, which I did, and it refuses to give me the damn emblem, and I'm just real upset about it. But that's about it.
You need to definitely try that one and maybe get the 4 of us playing Green Hell.
Be down for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad it's not a Bloodlines 2, but for a free game, it's worth checking out. I know Paradox, the studio that owns that, has opened up the license to the vampire world to any developer, whether that's nobody or any studio can make a game with this license.
Are you telling us we're going to get Vampire the Masquerade's Battlefield?
Yeah, we could. Any studio can now use it free of charge.
Just making them MMO Vampire the Masquerade game.
We'll see.
It's
People
very,
might pick it up.
I will say it's very pretty. The game starts in visual mode if you're on the PS5, so it's automatic 4K 60 FPS, which is honestly pretty impressive. If you don't have 4K TV, be sure to bump that motherfucker over to performance mode, because that is 1440p, which is already a better definition than the 1080 usually is, and it's 144 frames per second in the performance mode. So it's very smooth. The servers are all right. You have this place called Elysium, which is dumb. so dumb. It's like your hub world. There's legitimately quests. I don't know that don't have anything to do with like the actual battle royale game. Like you go talk to random people in Elysium and you find them books and you get lore. That's the whole thing, which is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, let's see how these quests go because I feel like it's gonna get real stupid. I'm trying to think. That's everything. I'm pretty sure.
2 hours later.
3 years later.
All right, that's it. Sorry.
Love you guys.
All right, moving on from the brief what we've been playing. Not a lot of news. Warner Brothers is shopping around for buyers for their gaming division again. So all their game studios could be bought up. Interested parties are the usual. Microsoft, 2K, EA, and Sony are potentially interested. So we'll see if...
Isn't EA owned by Microsoft now? Right?
No, Activision.
Activision.
No, EA should be owned by somebody, anybody besides EA. So we'll see. That, of course, my biggest franchise there would be NetherRealm Studios, makers of Mortal Kombat. So
Hopefully not Microsoft.
I'm hoping EA and Microsoft do not buy this. I'm fine with 2K even over those.
Over those, yes.
Over those, but Sony would be nice.
I think WB also, Warner Brothers also owns Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Arkham.
Yeah,
series.
they have a lot of studios that make some good games. So if they do find a buyer, we'll see what happens there. That'll bolster somebody's catalog. Microsoft might pounce on it. Steal a few more all ready to go franchises. Modern Warfare 2 was announced recently. Follow up to, what was it, 2019 now?
Yeah, I think
2018? Modern Warfare, which was the last
I love that model.
really
I played a
fun
lot of
Call of
time.
Duty. That one was a good one.
The guns felt nice in
Yeah.
it. Everything was really good in the
That
model.
was the first one to come out on PS5, wasn't it?
No.
No, but it got ported.
It did get ported.
There's
Yeah,
the first one
we
was
played
War.
it a lot.
No.
Yeah. It was the last one we played a lot.
Yeah, played a lot of Prop Hunt and that, some other modes. So that's, it's Call of Duty.
Usually the Modern
We'll see.
Warfare series is good.
Yeah.
It's the Fast and the Furious of the video game world. Too oversaturated. Family.
So we'll see.
Guns.
I think that there was a teaser image that's like really faded. I can't remember where I saw it, but it does have Ghost, the character Ghost, in there.
He's dead.
Not discontinued.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost. Shit.
That's all I have.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, not much else news-wise, unless you guys have any. Game releases this month, pretty light. One I'm excited for, though. May 5th, coming up in 4 days. Rift Tracks the game.
Yeah.
If you've ever played What the Dub, it's by the studio that makes that, except it's going to be Rift Tracks movies. And like if you have the button where like pick a joke for me, it will be dubbed by the Rift Tracks crew in their voices. So we're going to see a lot of their classics and some of their lines, and then you can also fill in your own and it'll read it. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have
Well, let's play that.
a Let's Play of that. That's going to be a blast.
That'd be so cool.
And then May 13th, Evil Dead the game. We'll see.
The only news I have is what the PS Plus games are for next month. Because they announced those.
Oh, yeah.
It's
those.
FIFA 22. Good for me.
FIFA.
I actually love the FIFA games.
I might put that in my library.
One that I think we should.
I'll add it. I don't know if I'll download it.
The one that I think that we should all play because there's going to be 4 players is Tribes of Midgard. It's kind of like a Viking-based survival game, but it is. I think it's third person or top down. It's weird-ish. It looks Diablo-esque, but it's a survival game. So I'm not sure how that mixes in. It looks cool. And then the other one is Curse of the Dead Gods. I have no idea what that's about.
Okay.
News-wise, we do have the announced conference for Xbox and Bethesda.
Yeah, that's right. June
3rd, I think it was.
3rd.
I have it written down. My laptop just went to sleep.
Woo!
June 12th.
June 12th.
So we'll probably get more footage and a release date for Starfield if we don't already have a release date.
Not that I know of.
I'm guessing around November sometime.
Yeah. I think that's what they've holiday.
I'm not expecting, but I am hopeful for any update on Elder Scrolls 6.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
That's the one franchise I still have hope for in there.
I am still cautiously optimistic just because of how they've been performing in some of their later.
Yeah.
games.
I don't know. Big Elder Scrolls fan though, so
The
fingers
studio,
crossed.
one of the studios, an off branch from Bethesda, is doing a game called Avowed.
Yeah.
That's Elder Scrolls esque. That I'm actually really excited for.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
when that's releasing. That might be.
I don't know.
next
I remember reading about it though. Maybe we'll see more from that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Anybody else got anything before we wrap up this shortish episode?
I padded it up with Vampire the Masquerade.
25 minutes of Vampire.
That's
an
not
hour
true.
Vampire,
5 minutes
5
of news.
minutes of news.
First off, it was 15 minutes when it was at 15 minutes when I started, so it was only like 10.
Isekai.
He's
I feel like I'm in an isekai.
Me too.
Anyways, let's wrap this up with another round of video game 20 questions. I have another pick for you. Let me get a notepad ready to keep track.
Detective Pikachu.
All right.
Isekai!
That wraps us up, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Detective Pikachu an isekai?
Yes.
No, not at all.
But it's set, but then it would count as a live action anime movie. You're saying it's in a different world. I win. No, I'm joking.
Fairy godparents!
Oh my god.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I won't ever make that be my pick, but if you want to see something cringy, I can show you the live action Fairy Godparents, the third one.
Okay.
Pass.
It has
Hard
Drake
pass.
Bell in it, who's a chump ass motherfucker. I have it through YouTube, and I don't remember why I had bought it, but I bought it in 2009.
You
I-
buy random stuff from random places.
That is true,
Alright, I'm
but
gonna
you can
start
see
this off
Crocker do that in real
because
life.
I was the one that got it last week.
It was
That
a
was
team
close.
effort, but you did
I was the final
you
guesser.
did get you guessed the title.
I'm gonna go with the same thing I started with last week. Have we played this game together?
Just you and Aaron, or all of us?
I'm just going me and Aaron.
I don't think so.
Okay. Gavin.
Is it? Has it been released in the past 10 years?
Did it release in the last 10 years? No.
Is it a fighting game?
No.
Your turn to ask a question, Aaron.
Okay, I'll waste one of your answers. Is this a video game? Yes.
Is this a console exclusive game?
Yes. Narrows you down.
Is it a shooting game?
Yes.
Console exclusive shooting game.
Do we want to go through consoles now, or?
You do you. We got enough questions.
You've
I
got
was like,
plenty
I
of
actually-
questions as of
I
now.
actually do
Narrow it
have a
down however you
legitimate
want.
idea.
All right, guess it.
Well, I'm not going to guess the real
For all the
motherfucker.
marbles.
I was like, I'll give you my idea like out loud. Haze.
No, I don't think Aaron would go with that game.
We did mention it last week.
Well,
Doesn't mention drugs.
drugs? What kind of drugs?
Narcotics.
That was a red herring. I'll give you a freebie. It is not Haze.
Okay.
But it is one I would totally pick.
That's why I was like,
But your first question would have been a yes because I
have
played
played
Haze
Haze,
with you.
yeah.
oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I was like, not the last 10 years. Because
Because I would totally pick
Also
Haze.
exclusive.
if it wasn't the last 10 years, I was like, oh, probably God of War. But it's
So there's a
shooting
freebie for you.
Zach, it's still your turn.
Is it a Nintendo exclusive?
A Nintendo exclusive. Yes.
No exclusive shooting game?
There's only 8 of them.
Is that true?
And it hasn't come out in the last 10 years.
Well, yeah.
Hey, no looking games up. That's cheating.
Not even for their release year, so I
Nope,
can't guess they're all
That's fucking cheating.
This is phones
okay,
down.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shooting game.
Because then you just Google, okay.
Oh no, I was legit. I have another one in my mind.
Haze 2. The hazening.
Did this game come out after the N64?
After, so
Like
2003-ish?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm thinking like Wii U, Switch. Okay, so it's NES,
Did this come
SNES,
in after in
64. Or a handheld, I guess. It could be a game.
There's several handhelds.
Yeah. I didn't think about Game Boy.
Though, only certain Game Boys had games
So it
in that
can't-
area.
Nothing later than 2012.
Nothing later than 2003.
3. That's, I think,
Oh,
when the
right,
last
but I said
64 game
I was
came out.
going from the top because I asked about the 10 years. So earlier than 2003, shooting.
So that
game
leaves
for
you
Nintendo.
70s, 80s, 90s to early 2000s.
Ooh, God.
So the first shooters were in the early 80s. And you haven't defined what kind of shooter.
Is it
There's third-person shooter, first-person top-down. There's gun hell games. Those are classified under shooter. Not to throw more options at you. You just said shooter. That's very ambiguous.
Is it a third-person shooter?
No.
Is it based off of a movie franchise?
No.
This is tripping me up. But
This gets
a movie franchise?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it is based off of it? Shit.
And the game is based off the movie.
Franchise.
Okay.
So my wording was too broad.
Or wait.
Well, I mean,
no. Let me rethink this.
I just want to know if the game is based off the movie or the movie was based off the game.
He asked if it is based on the movie franchise. The answer is yes. I won't clarify deeper than that without a question.
Okay.
See, now, the issue here is that I can't think of anything Nintendo exclusive.
Now, I tripped
you know what's in
I
my
did some
brain right
mental
now?
gymnastics that
We
I
should
was
play
thinking
it-
backwards, but
we have
your
played it
answer is
recently
yes.
on his PS5. The in Star Wars game.
See, I was thinking.
and that's a shooter.
I was.
I know.
God, I love that one.
I was thinking a Goldeneye.
That's more of a.
See, that's what I was thinking.
But
about.
Aaron and I definitely played
Side-scroller.
Goldeneye
Have you
together.
guys played World Is Not Enough?
No. Goldeneye is the only 007 game I've ever played.
But we don't know if he's thinking like if re-releases count towards this console exclusive.
I am speaking of
The original world.
original release.
So-
You can ask me if it's been re-released, but when I answer a question like that, I'm strictly talking about when a game came out.
So back then, as far as I remember, those two games were exclusive to the N64. I had both of them.
Is this a Nintendo 64 exclusive?
Yes.
There you go.
I played more GameCube.
Oh shit! I forgot about GameCube.
You just asked if it was a.
Well, yeah, I know, but when I was going through consoles that came out after the N64, I didn't even mention GameCube.
Yeah. It's got quite a few good
I
games.
played a lot of the GameCube. That's probably why it's first. I played some N64, but I played a lot of GameCube games.
So an N64 exclusive
We have 10 questions down.
based on a movie
I
franchise.
thought you'd have it by now.
I'm probably not right.
But you probably might not be.
If you know where you're going, then ask a question that opens that up. Because
Is it-
Gavin's up.
Yeah, so. Is it rated for everyone?
Is it E for everyone? I don't think that's
I
going to
don't-
help us.
Don't know.
I think it will help me.
T for teen?
And for mature,
No.
Okay. Well, it's a Nintendo exclusive. Nintendo does not like to put things out that aren't E that much.
so we got like 8 questions.
Yes, but that got rid of a lot of Nintendo
Nice.
games.
That was 11. So.
9 to go. Question 11 is down.
Is it based off the famous British spy 007?
Yes.
Alright, so there's 2 N64 games I can think of. I said one of them.
And I know it's not gold. Because Aaron and I have 100% it's like gold.
The other one I know has a blue cartridge because I had it. And I was the one of those idiots who used to write the title of the name on top of the cartridge.
GoldenEye is a great game.
It is.
The hats. Top hats! So throw those motherfuckers all the time.
See, I don't know any 007 games.
I don't either.
So I'm stuck trying to ask another question. But that seems pointless at this point, huh? Since we kind of have narrowed it down this far.
Just ask. I know what I'm gonna ask. It's gonna be something stupid and broad. Like, is there a color in the name or something? I don't know.
I've mentioned both of the ones I know.
Well, yeah, but
Which are?
I only know GoldenEye, bro.
There's GoldenEye and then The World's Not Enough. I think it's the blue cartridge one. Because GoldenEye was gray. Unless I got the name wrong, they're both Brosnan.
GoldenEye was gold. Hello.
They're both Brosnan.
But GoldenEye wasn't a 64 exclusive.
Well, how would you narrow it down more? What did you just say?
Well, it's not my turn.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point.
God, I just want to help you guys right now.
Here,
We're completely wrong.
I'll tell you,
Just-
one of you is leading you down a bad path.
Oh, stop listening to me then.
That's gotta be Zach. Zach's the only one leading this down a path.
Or let me rephrase, not leading you down, leading you away from the correct path.
Oh, maybe that's me.
There's 3 of
And
us.
that's as plain and simple as I can spell it out for you. You should be able to guess it.
That's gotta be me. What was
One of these episodes, though, I'm going to stop giving you hints.
What was the first question again? What did I ask you?
yeah,
Okay. Have we played this game together? And I said, I don't believe so.
Okay.
So that's a broad answer.
yes or no answers, Aaron. Damn.
I'm trying to be as honest and not fuck you guys as possible. So if I can't give a clear answer, I'm going to tell you I'm not
But I
100%.
did ask if it was based off the famous British spy 007. He
The
said
answer
yes.
is yes. Let me go through these. Have we played this game together? I don't believe so.
Okay.
Last 10 years? No. Fighting game? No. Console exclusive? Yes. Shooting game? Yes. Nintendo exclusive? Yes. After the N64? No. Third-person shooter? No. Is it based on a movie franchise? Yes. N64 exclusive? Yes. And is it E for everyone? No. Based on 007? Yes.
Kevin, you got a question? Ask a question. Because I'm drawing a blank.
Is it a first-person shooter?
Yes.
Both of them were.
How do you know there were only 2, Zach?
That's what I'm trying to draw, trying to remember, but I only had 2.
Helping you guys out again, I believe there's only 2.
Oh, here.
What color was it? Or
Oh, wait. I was gonna go. I have another question once it gets back around.
was the cartridge gray?
Yes.
So it's probably 007.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Definitively.
Definitively,
the
you
world-
asked if it's based on 007.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is it's probably GoldenEye because World Was Not Enough had a blue cartridge. At least my copy did.
When the fuck did Perfect Dark come out? I'm joking.
N64, but it's not 007.
But I could.
You know, one of my favorite games on N64 that I played? Turok. Turok.
Oh,
I love Turok.
with the
One
exploding
and two.
arrows when they just go bam.
Just because I don't want to be the one to make the guess and fuck this up, is gold in the title.
Yes.
Is I in the title?
Yes.
Is it GoldenEye?
Yes.
Now, I don't remember ever playing this version of GoldenEye.
I don't know if it was the N64
We
one.
played the
Xbox one.
Xbox and PS2 GoldenEye, which is not this game.
Alright. Okay.
Same name. This one was based on the
The
movie.
part that makes me mad.
That's
is
why I was like,
had
Nick,
GoldenEye in my head.
you're
the
going
whole
down the wrong
time.
path.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about it. I really thought it was.
So that took us 16 questions.
Yeah.
I really thought when I said
The
Hayes and you
whole
kind of were
time.
just like looking at us, it was
GoldenEye was
Hayes.
in my
for a
head.
second.
Yeah, because he's like, well, it's not GoldenEye. I'm like, we didn't play this one together, Nick.
Yeah, see, I just figured the whole game.
You were leading us down.
I,
And
that's
if
what
I
I
wasn't giving hints, I would have left it. You would have hit 20, and then everybody would be like, "God damn it, Nick!"
Yeah, because I remember playing GoldenEye,
We played.
but I didn't.
We've
think
played
about-
like 3 different GoldenEyes over the years, but not the N64.
I will say that did stun me because I'm like, there's no way they did.
I remember the 360 GoldenEye we all played for a bit. That was fun.
No, Nick and I didn't play a lot of N64 together.
No,
If any.
mostly
Banjo-Kazooie.
Xbox. That was our.
You probably
Xbox
played
PS2,
original.
Xbox.
Banjo Kazooie. You probably played Banjo Tooie.
I don't know.
On the Rare Replay, we've played it.
Because I've played Banjo Tooie and because I played a lot of games with you on the N64.
Yeah, 64 kicked that.
But you guys got there with a few hints, so
and
congratulations.
then you
That's
get
2
to start
wins.
the questions next time.
Okay.
And next week, I'm going hint free.
All right.
I promise, right now.
It's Battlefront 2.
And the
Cut
game
to
is
next
going,
week.
I
I'm
think
not
a
saying.
game like Altered Beasts. Have any of you played that?
No.
Exactly. It's gonna be hard mode.
Oh fuck.
Honestly, the look you gave me when I said Haze, I thought I just guessed it like right up, and I was like, "Fuck, really?"
I hate that game. I mean, I didn't hate it when I was a kid, but I hate it now. I would not go back.
I
Oh,
didn't
I
enjoy
would
it
go back.
even
I had a lot of
back
fun. I had a lot of fun when I didn't have money to like buy a game or something, and like that was all I had to play for a little bit. It was fun then when I was forced to play it.
Remake Dark Watch.
Oh, fuck yeah!
All right. You got anything else?
Make Battlefront 3 for Free Radical.
Yes, please do. That would be great.
That would be great.
But not before Time Splitters 4.
Well,
We're a
that
week
would be
closer to
never.
getting that THQ Nordic.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that'll be good.
All right. Well, like we said at the beginning of the episode, like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell. We've got episodes coming pretty much daily.
Oh, fun
Daily.
fact about Dark Watch. There's something
Daily.
called Evil West, which is supposed to come out this year, is apparently a spiritual successor.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we talked. I think we talked.
I think
about
we did
that.
talk.
I thought we talked about Weird West.
No, Weird
No.
West looks cool too, but
Yeah.
we did talk about Evil West.
If you have Game
Yeah.
Pass, Weird West is on there, by the way.
I believe we didn't know that it was a spiritual, but we're
Yeah.
like, oh, this looks a lot like Dark
Yeah,
Watch.
no, I looked up Dark Watch, and,
Yeah.
then it had the Dark Watch was Evil West. Evil West, and it's like Dark Watch's spiritual successor.
Fuck yeah, Dark Watch was badass, man.
Underrated.
I remember
Yeah.
playing the first level with you at one point in the loft.
Yeah, that was a good PS2 game. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. It is time for us to
Split!